This is how this keyboard looks. So it has an option to just type directly with the script. So these are the script that comes with it, and you can also have text, alphanumeric, and then you can return to the script. Just tap that one. So there's press this one in the middle here, and press the ABC here, and then yeah, you can just typically switch between capital letters or Baybayin, and then that's how it works. So like for example, the good part on this is that it comes with a alphabet equivalent for this. So the unique thing about Baybayin is E or I is basically the same vowel or character, and then you have also, there's some letters that are in alphabet but it's not in Baybayin, like S or Z or C. Sometimes it depends on your pronunciation of it. You might directly use it. And then D and R, they come with a similar character, although there's more distinction now, but this is kind of traditional. And O and U is U, O, like that. So it's, and then also K, Q or C, it might be used the same way, especially if there's a type of Spanish wherein the Q is more que, like that. So yeah, it's pretty easy to use if you are already familiar with the Baybayin script. And then you can just switch back to the, if you press the globe, you can switch back to the text here. And also if you type on this one, like for example, Baybayin normally comes with a vowel and you just have some extra character added to it. Like this one with the plus, that is actually meaning that's just the letter T. But if there is no plus, like you do like that, that means ta. So this one is T, so tat, that's a tat. If you say tatay or father, you just say ta ta. So you press this, the cross comes away, and then you can type letter Y. So that is actually tatay. So, and yeah, it can be used like for example, that means ga, then tap again, gi, gi, gu, gu. So that's how it looks if it's actually using this type of font for Baybayin. So the ERI normally is at the top, the O and U is at the bottom. O and U can be any subscript that you put, and under the E and I can be any superscript. So anyway, that's for the keyboard, and you should be able to learn about it. Some more features about this app is if you let's go back to the home page. There are other features on this app, like you can just scroll around at the top. You have live translate, and this one uses camera to do direct translation. It's really like a quick demo how it translates in the real world. So just allow, and then you will have the camera. And then point to a text, let's say here, and see, you can easily see direct translation to healthy you. That's the roasted almonds, and this is how it looks in Baybayin. So if you just want to tell your friends like this is how it looks and this is how Baybayin looks, this can be pretty handy. You have the live translation, and then just return, press home, and then there's also let's see, live translate, snap and translate. So this one takes a picture if you just want to translate later or save or be selective. So just take a picture and then click use photo, and then you will have here text. This is the text, and then you can just copy it how it looks. Maybe you want to just send a translation, send a text to someone, or pick copy and paste. So this is easier. You can directly copy the translation, and then yes, there will be ads sometimes on this, so just close it. It's easier. And yeah, just after manual translate, there's also a snap and translate. There's also a lookup table. So lookup table is easy if you are just wanting to experiment or learn. So like nga, this is how it looks for nga ba. This is how it looks, and then you can just copy. So this is for the slower folks that is still learning. So you can just type here gata, and then you just like copy. So gata is coconut milk, and then you just copy and just tell somebody I learned Baybayin, and then this is how it text. So this is a good thing. Also the lookup is useful if you see a Baybayin characters and then you don't know what it is, then you just type it here what are the characters are. So you might see like this na na na. So you'll know that that means na 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 based on the symbol alone. So pretty handy if you are actually into learning. And then another one is quite a lot of feature actually on this app. So there's manual translate. So manual translate is pretty generic on the translation. It can be used by foreigners learning to learn Philippine language as well. So like you have a, let's say, cat, and then you want to learn to translate this to Baybayin. You just click translate, and this is how it looks in Baybayin here. There's more options here for translation. So from English to like Filipino, and then translate. See, it's pusa, and then Filipino or Cebuano is another language in Philippines, and you see translate is iring. So that is actually also cat. And you can have other characters here because you can also select what characters you are using or what language is it from. So it could be anyone from the world, and you just want to translate to Filipino or other way. You can also use this feature. And then I think that's for the typing style. And then another feature here is the art style. So this is actually showing how to use the things on the art. So it has an option to generate Baybayin, like on your garments, for example. So for that, normally you can just go to my account, because the art actually needs tokens, and I think upon installation you will get 20 tokens available, and each art generation comes with 2 tokens to generate it. So you can explore that. So how this works is just click this sample, for example, like that, and then you just like use this style. So you can actually replace this Baybayin here. And so let's try and type. So we try and type okay, type switch to BaybayinPlus keyboard. So we type here, let's go with gata, gatas, or maybe gatas. This is milk. So that is actually gatas. And then once you're done with that, just scroll down, and then you already selected your mode. So what in a way, let's just make sure that we have selected the denim, and then just click generate. So this is, it will say you put these characters into this style and just proceed. So I noticed that this will take like around 30 seconds, 40 seconds to generate an image mostly. So just like ChatGPT, or yeah, I think this is using ChatGPT engine, OpenAI engine. But one thing is, most of the AI engines, I haven't seen one that actually can render a good Baybayin character. So actually, this is useful. This into a good algorithm to maintain the use of Baybayin character instead of getting replaced by random Korean or Chinese characters. Yeah, I think if you are exploring Baybayin, you will have this kind of frustration. If you are using other engines to generate images and you start using Baybayin characters, it will replace it. So that is one of the nice thing about this BaybayinPlus keyboard. And yeah, that's one thing you should be able to explore. I think there are more templates as well for this kind of art generation. And so this is how it looks. So I think it's not very perfect on that, but I think it's a good try. There seems to be an extra character added here. So it's a little bit trial and error, but I think you know how it works. It is saved to your gallery, and so you can access this, or you can also share this, and then just share it with your friends and give some ideas how it works. But yeah, so you can see at least the Baybayin characters are coming in, but the generation seems to be a bit tricky. So yeah, it's your call if you want to exploit. But I did have some good success earlier, and it's able to generate a few nice ones. So even OpenAI, they have some issues as well. Yeah, so I think this is a good thing that you can support the developer. This app has been in the market in the App Store for quite some time now. And yeah, I hope let's support Filipino culture, and yeah, let's support the developer. And yeah, you can have some like premium keyboard. I think the keyboard will expire on this version, and so yeah, you can also just buy some tokens, support this Filipino developer, and let's continue to preserve our culture. And yeah, that's it. Check it out, and yeah, good luck.